Hello, welcome, or welcome back to Heretic Owl Tarot. My name is Liz, and I will be guiding you on this journey today. I feel like the lighting got all weird. Oh, okay. I think the sun is coming back out. I'm really struggling with my space. Whatever. Did I say this reading is for Taurus? If I didn't, it is. Wherever Taurus is in your chart. And yeah, I hope you're doing well. I know Uranus went back into Taurus. I believe it already did. I think it's going back to 27 degrees Taurus, which is my Chiron. And I have a 28 degree Taurus sun. So I'm just kind of over that. And that's in my 11th house. So I hope you're all doing well. Let's get you some cards. I am just like a little annoyed today. I think maybe my fellow Tauruses can maybe understand this too. So I hate this color of my table. I don't even know why I got this shit. Truly, I hate this color. My poor dog is also like being just harassed by a fly. You know what? BRB. Okay. I didn't want to make you guys an accessory to I don't know. I don't know if I got it, but anyway, so I was complaining. So I hate the color of this table. I bought these like little mats. They're just like desktop mats, you know? And I bought this green one because this is my favorite color. But it just was not, like, I don't know why. I need to like look at the settings on my camera, like the phone, or oh my god, the camera on my phone. That's how I record these, of course. Because why is it like just totally, that is not how it looks, you know? Why? So then I got this other one that's like just, you know, kind of terracotta color, and I still feel like it's not like coming through, you know? And I don't know if that is a Taurus thing, but you know, like when something is just not right in your space. Ugh. And you want it to like look a certain way, like, anyway. Thanks for letting me share. What do we have for Taurus? Interesting. Let's just leave it like that. That's the universe or the world. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Hello. The Queen of Wands. Let me just make sure everything is everything. Also, like, why is that kind of so far away? I don't know. I'm not gonna mess with it this time around anyway. So, I don't shuffle reversals into my decks. I just don't. It's like an OCD thing. Like I just cannot handle cards going into different directions. I just cannot. But obviously, if they come out reverse, we leave them that way. And for me, like, I always kind of think about it going clockwise. And for me, when a card comes out in this direction, to me, it feels like it's working its way up to upright. If it were to come out this way, to me, that would be signaling that it's working its way through reverse. So the reason why I'm bringing that up is, okay, so the world is about a completion. Harmony. It's literally like you got what you needed to get out of a journey, a situation, whatever. And truly, like you understood the assignment, you understood the lesson, you gave your presentation on it, like you received a grade, like all of those things. And now it's time to move on to the next subject, the next level, whatever, right? Because then right after the World card, we go back to the Fool. It's never ending, right? Like lamb chops. Like, this is a song that never ends. It's life, So, all of that being said, when the World comes out in reverse, it ain't over yet. Something, at least, isn't up. Hello? There we go. Sorry. Squirrel. But yeah, like something... Or even that there is some sort of a delay in the completion of some, because it is still the World card, right? So it is still at the end of the Fool's journey. It's not saying that you're going to be kicked right back into it. It would have if literally the Fool would have been out here anywhere or, in close proximity. But it's not saying that like you're going to be like that you need to relearn a lesson or you need to, go back a few steps or whatever, right? Like that's not the vibe that I'm getting from it. It's just especially too if you feel like you are nearing the end of something or feeling a sense of completion with a thing, whatever it is. I truly, like, it really could be anything, which is not really all that helpful. We have pentacles, we have wands out here. Pentacles, earth. Of course, I mean, the World card is literally the earth. Which is fixed signs. So that is Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius. Dude, that fucking fly is back. Listen. You know what's going to happen. I try not to do that. I do try most times, like I will go stand by a door and like snap my fingers or literally, and I feel like it works. It could just be my delusion, but I will literally stand by the door and like shoo a fly out, shoo fly, don't bother me. Literally, I will stand there and just be like, get out and wait. And I shit you not. Most times the fly will make its way out. But I'm working right now. I'm busy. I don't want to go do that. And I wanted to leave my poor dog alone. So anyway, yeah, so back to you. Like, just feeling like maybe even to like hoping for the completion of something like, oh my gosh, like I want this to end, whatever it is, a feeling, a thought process, a behavior pattern that you have, a situation at work or in your friendship or in your, relationships, whatever, right? I mean, truly, it would really depend on you and if that even fits in there anywhere for you. But there is, because the world card is out here, there is a situation that we're at the last steps here. However, though, with it being in the reverse, working its way, though, upright, I literally just feel like this is saying that it's just not over. Like, it's just not, for whatever reason. And I'm like, why is that? Right? Like, what's the holdup? Because ain't nobody got time for, especially if it is something that you have been focusing on for some time, or again, just a vibe that you have been like feeling for a long time. Like, maybe whatever the situation is, it has been one of those great lessons in life, and it's just kind of like, okay. However, though, it's literally not going to release its grip until truly you see, feel, do, think everything there is. And I'm looking at the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands here. The Knight of Pentacles. So again, right, I think I said, like, Pentacles are earth. I think I at least said that. Pentacles have to do with anything in real life. It's anything tangible. So anything that you can touch, anything that you place worth and value in, including money, including status, including yourself, your health, like literally your body. The Knight of Pentacles is also the slowest moving knight out of the whole tarot. Well, there's only 4 knights anyway. Out of all 4 knights, the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving. There's always a message about dedication, commitment. Not gauging the pace of something as the success of something. Like, if something is moving very slowly, it's not seeing that as a failure. And I also kind of feel like that requires you to even stay even more committed and determined to your vision, to, like, what you are investing your time, your resources, your energy into, because you believe in the thing. Even with all of these trees here, right? I mean, this person is focusing on this one pentacle here. So again, dedication and commitment to a craft, even if you are the craft that you are committing yourself to, that you are dedicating your time, your resources, your money, But I keep like looking at these pieces of wood, and how long do you think it would have taken these pieces of wood to grow to be that size? A good amount of time. So even to like really looking back on how much you have grown, like where you are now compared to where you were a year ago, compared to where you were 5, 10, 20, depending on, of course, how old you are. And even to like your continued dedication and commitment to your personal growth. Because like a lack of worth is trauma. Feeling like you don't deserve something. It's like it's going through all of those things. Why do you invest your energy in the things that you invest your energy in? Why do you show up in the places that you show up in? What attachment does that have to your worth and what you feel your value is? Even your work, like how you do make your income, is that in alignment with your skill? And I know, please believe me, I know that the current climate with jobs is not abundant, However, though, there are people that are making moves in their careers still. So, it's like not allowing yourself to fall into that mind trap or whatever of being like, because I think with Taurus too, right? When we get comfortable somewhere, it's hard to get us to move. Like it would take a decent event that just pisses us off enough, or, you know, to get us to be like, you know what, F this. I am going to try to seek out something that is more, again, in alignment with my values, my worth, my, that pays me a salary that I believe I deserve, It's, not just quitting your job and, whatever, I'm certainly not like saying anything like that, but, putting feelers out there, even having conversations with your employer, like, hey, this is where I'm at. This is how, I was going to say, this is how I'm feeling. You don't want to tell them. I don't know, like, especially corporate places, like, I don't know if they care how you feel. Like, oh, that's how you feel? Like, please. But, like if you go in there with like a logical argument of, hey, this is my skill set. This is how many years I've been doing this job. If I were to go find a new job, this is how much I would be asking for and I would be able to get, because that's the range for this job, for this skill set. And you would have to then hire somebody else brand new to the company at that salary range when you could just bump me up to that salary range, right? Like, and if they say no, okay, great. I'm glad I tried. I'm glad I asked. You don't even have to say, fuck this place. You don't even have to tell them that you're going to start looking for something else. But at that point, you should start putting feelers out there. And then with the Queen of Wands, it's interesting because we go from the Knight of Pentacles with the whole, commitment, dedication. We're talking about personal worth and value and growth, right? And with the Queen of Wands, like that's literally all about confidence. That wand even literally looks like her spine, kind of, it's like having a backbone, standing up straight, presenting yourself as confident. Because truly, it is like, really standing in your own power. Because queens, to me anyway, are when we embody the energy of the suit ourselves. We learn to work with it. We learn to master it. We learn, how to play with it. What can it do? What can it do for you? More importantly, right? And then once we do establish that level of mastery and understanding of the element, then we move on to the king, which is when, we can share that with other people or be an authority or an expert or a mentor, for people to look up to or to seek out for guidance, But it's interesting because, when I was asking about this world card, like what is the holdup, right? So there has to do something here with, hang on, again. I know, I'm trying. Oh! I'm sorry, you okay? You're okay, I know that. I hit this leaf. Did I get it? Did I get it? Juicy? Oh, there. Mother. Let me grab the real thing here. Now I can't see it. Okay, well, at least. Oh my God. I thought I hit pause. Oh my God. Sorry. Sorry about that. I thought I hit pause. Because it's probably been a couple minutes. Anyway, I did not. Sorry about that. Well, I also didn't find the fly, but I have a fly swatter around here now, at least. And if it does not want to be swatted, then you need to like get out of here, you know? Okay. Sorry. So what were we even talking about? So yeah, I know I was saying like, you know, with the universe in reverse or the world in reverse, you know, we were asking what is the holdup, right? The Knight of Pentacles having to do with like your personal growth, your sense or even just your understanding of your own value. And with the Queen of Wands, even like your self-expression, you know, like how you present yourself, you know, even again, you know, like the confidence thing. Because it would also be having the audacity to one, act your worth. And two, allow yourself to seek out positions like jobs, rooms, tables, whatever, you know you belong at, you know, that you know you can do. You know, just like walking with your head up. And again, like with a straight back, you know, taking up space. Investing in your passions, being creative. So yeah, I mean, I kind of feel like that's the holdup. It's like it is not even necessarily a holdup because it is, you know, the card is working its way around though, right? But it's just that there has to be a way that you are approaching things, a way that you are working with the energy. You know, again, a belief system, a behavior pattern, how you're communicating things. Again, something having to do with your own personal growth, like something along those lines. Not to mention, too, right? This just popped into my head that something about firewood and something about, you know, like fire and earth going like pretty well together because, or even just wood and fire, right? I mean, hello, like rubbing two sticks together, even. So yeah, the holdup is something having to do with your growth, your potential, even, especially too, like if we are staying in spaces where we just know that the energy has been used, it's been, you know, I mean, I truly believe that everything has an amount of energy. You know, I mean, even just going through like the shit in your house, right? Which I have also like been doing myself. you know, like how just things like they held an energy, they had a purpose, they had a meaning at a certain time, and then maybe we just placed it on the shelf, we put it in the closet, we just kind of stuffed it away. But truly, like the energy and the purpose, the meaning of that thing has already been fulfilled. And instead of just hanging on to it, it's getting rid of it, listing on Facebook Marketplace, dropping it off at a thrift store, you know, putting it on a buy nothing Facebook page in your area, right? Like another person's trash is somebody's treasure, whatever that saying is, right? And that truly is, because it's not necessarily trash, but it does not have any more energy for your purposes other than just to take up space. I don't even remember how we got on that tangent, but that is also like how, because then too, like by freeing up that space, that even freeing up the closet space, freeing up, you know, whatever, right? It's an opportunity for energy that is for you to come in. Let's look what's at the bottom of the deck. And if you are still here, I appreciate it. I'm sorry this is a little bit of a mess with that fly, but also I think I took my threat kind of seriously because I don't see it back in here. And if you haven't done so already, I would absolutely love it and appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel, like the video, save it, share it, comment. Those are all free ways to support me and the channel and help YouTube push them out so that there's more eyes. You know, the message can reach more people. And yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you. Oh boy, we have the moon, the hermit, the hangman. Oh, these cards are literally like, you are not going past this point. Focus on this. First, don't be worrying about what's back here. Truly, like that's when I feel with the moon card, especially if the moon shows up at the end of a reading, it's like, no, what's next is not what is important. Like what is in front of literally the moon card is what needs to be the focus. The moon is also Cancer. So maybe you have Cancer placements. You don't have to. But the moon card talks about the subconscious, secrets, the things that are yet to be revealed too. I mean, we can see that there's this gray wolf here, and then there's, a black, whatever, wolf in the reflection. So it's even too like the light and the shadow side of ourselves, talking about personal growth, even with this Queen of Wands and confidence and, self-expression and, how you show out in the world. There's something in your subconscious, or just something even in like your own truth, your emotional body, that needs your attention and needs your love. In order to heal it, because we also have the Hermit card here, which is Virgo. It's so interesting, right? Because, okay, so we have this World card. We would have the moon on top of it. And literally the moon orbits the earth, right? Not to mention too, like the phases of the moon. I mean, clearly in here, there's a full moon, which I believe there is one on October 6th, maybe. But I'm just like, I'm sitting here kind of feeling into like, okay, what does that mean about the moon orbiting, the earth? And I mean, literally the moon doesn't even rotate or anything, right? Like it's the earth that is rotating. Does the moon move though? Or I know that is probably such a dumb question, but I don't even know why it like literally just came into my, well, I mean, I guess that like the moon does change signs every 2.5-ish days or something. So I guess the moon does move. But like it doesn't rotate though, right? Does it? Like, I don't think so. Man, I do not know, and I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole because part of me's like I feel dumb for like not knowing that, but I'm like, oh, I don't know if I ever heard of the moon rotating. Anyway, um, so the different phases of the moon and cycles, even like maybe this is even something that is coming back around for you in a different capacity though, because don't I there's been so many things where I'm like, I cannot believe I'm like back here thinking about this, considering this, feeling this, acting this way, whatever. But I have more information than I did the last time because I continued the work, right? So there's now this new opportunity to make different decisions. The Hermit card on top of the Knight of Pentacles. So again, this slow moving card with this slow moving card. I want to say even the Knight of Pentacles is a Virgo card, which is kind of hilarious. But the Hermit is about your own unique path. Truly, nobody can walk your path for you. Nobody else is even walking the same path as you because nobody else is you, right? So it's about following your own North Star, following your own intuition, honoring your own journey too. Like, it's one thing to be inspired by somebody else's story or by somebody else's understanding or perspective on a thing, but then you have to be like, okay, how does that fit in with me? Right? And like, what is my understanding of that same thing? And how do I want to incorporate that information into my beliefs and my patterns, my habits? Right? And the Hermit is also very healing because it talks about introspection, going within, isolation, even a little bit. I mean, we can see that this bear is hibernating here. I mean, this could be something that happens throughout, of course, winter. Not to mention, even in this world card, it's winter in the world card too. And then the Hanged Man, which is another card of like delay, suspension. But in this Hanged Man, there's literally this cocoon here. So there's metamorphosis happening, right? Like a caterpillar has already turned into goo inside of this. I mean, I'm assuming inside of this cocoon, and they will emerge as a butterfly. So, right, like that's why that's why I was like kind of chuckling, because it's like you're not going to find any other answers here, even with this King of Swords here. Literally, like the Four of Cups after that, the Daughter of Swords after that, like this contemplation look on the face of this King of Swords, right? Like the Four of Cups is like lethargy, boredom. And then the Page of Swords and their little thinking face. So truly, like, there's you are not going to rush your way through this. And why would you? Like, this is like a real opportunity here for you to make substantial change in yourself. And this isn't even anything that's being forced on you. This is the work that you have put in to get yourself here. Right? This is just another one of those rite of passage, or like it's another peel or layer of the onion that you are ready to peel back. We can see that here. It's just like literally allow yourself to even go into your subconscious and figure out what that is. Meditate, be introspective. Trust your own journey too, and make decisions based on what is true for you. And with this Hanged Man here, even with the Hanged Man, it's like the purpose of the Hanged Man is to see things from a different perspective. So even seeing yourself, your confidence, what that even means for you, because it's not, don't think that it needs to look like anybody else's or be expressed in a way that literally anybody else does. It's literally just self-acceptance and turning into a beautiful butterfly. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for allowing me to read your cards, and I will talk to you later. Bye.